Being able to gamify your workout regimen and getting healthy is one of the biggest draws for both consumers and businesses in the VR space. Many of them, however, adopt the Peloton gym membership monetization model, making you subscribe for weekly or monthly training. If you're like me and you try to avoid all the subscriptions that you can, this is the video for you. We are going to go over VR workout games that are either completely free or have a one-time pay monetization model. That's not to say that subscription models are evil, as they do allow for continual improvement by the dev team that single pay models may not have the flexibility for. We will be going over the subscription-based workout games next week, so stay tuned for that if you're interested. Today, I'm breaking this into two sections, the games that are free and the games that have a one-time pay model. The one-time pays will obviously be a little better overall, but I think there are a couple of the free games that could easily be joined into a solid workout routine. As always, if you want a brief summary, hop to the final overview section, but let's not waste any more time. We're jumping in. The full list of games that we are looking at in the free section is Challenge Box, Hitmotion Reloaded, Wonder, Punch Fit, and Boom XR. In general, most of these games are essentially beta or early access titles that are in active development, though they have various stages. Because of this, many of them need either small optimizations or have a lack of features that you might expect from a fully released title. Challenge Box is the most recently released title to grace the App Lab store for working out, but I love the direction this one is already going. The game is based on the idea of 1v1 boxing challenges, either online with friends and strangers or against AI. Usually this is done through a 3-round bout of essentially a rhythm game pipeline with jabs and hooks alongside squats. There is simplicity in the idea, so much so that I could see this becoming a good workout session primer. Let's say you and a friend have a VR headset, you could play a 1v1 bout every day as a consistent way of working out. The game would need additional depth to become a full package workout, but I don't think an app like this necessarily needs that. What it does need is tutorials, complexity options for the bouts, and a bigger quick match user base. Hopefully that grows alongside their weekend challenges. Hitmotion Reloaded, Wonder, and Punch Fit are all in a similar place when it comes to workout VR games. They've had about a year or so of post-release dev time to put out improvements, bug fixes, and feature requests to create fuller feeling games, and it honestly shows. Hitmotion brings one of the most unique technical approaches to the pack, with both an AR pass-through mode and a VR mode being available that work pretty much identical to each other. If you are trying to get a workout at home and have little kids or dogs around, the AR version can be extremely helpful. The workout system is pretty decent, with typical jabs, hooks, and squats being available through all three games, but one small miss for me is the hook physics in Hitmotion. When you swing a hook, you have to be hitting almost perfect form or swing with your wrist at a 90-degree angle. I do wish this was a bit more lenient. It is very unintuitive and overall ruins a lot of the boxing portion for me if I'm not doing it exactly perfect. You also are just working out with music instead of trying to hit all the items like you would in Wonder or a rhythm game, and in my opinion, the music is kind of lackluster. You have to land a shot before being allowed to move on. The game is room scale, but that doesn't really mean you need more room than you do with Wonder or Punch Fit. Wonder approaches the game more like many of the paid tiered games do. They bring the idea of rhythm game workouts and include a more packaged setup for workouts than most, with importance being given to speed and accuracy of your punches during songs. Overall, the music in the game really stands out among the pack as being modern and remixed in a comfortable manner. The workout is effective, but the UI and gameplay are a bit odd. The UI was buggy for me about 50% of the time, and punches and squats seemed oddly high to my height despite having recalibrated several times. It has a dual system that mimics Challenge Box's approach to working out, which is really nice, but it also has quick match insufficiencies that hopefully improve over time. The focus on punch speed for almost all of these titles, not just Wonder, is a bit concerning without proper warning, because I fear that many people will overextend themselves by not actually punching anything in front of them, potentially injuring like a shoulder or a back muscle. This is something that's missing in all of these free titles, is proper warnings. Punch Fit is my personal favorite at the end of the day, as it has an easy to follow setup with workout plans that clearly define what you'll be doing in each. The surrounding is very neon, clean, and calm. There is no complicated UI or decision fatigue. The game defines the types of workout sections by color, difficulty by stars, and time spent inside of that particular workout. Then it lets you decide. This is the one with the least amount of friction for me to jump in and enjoy. I do regret that the uppercut and the hooks are a bit far from what I would be doing in actual boxing, but it is able to be adjusted to. This is single player focused, and for that reason, I think it allows a one-person workout routine to be especially effective either as a full workout or a supplementary one. Although Wonder and Hitmotion have tutorials, they are sluggish in comparison to the more robust tutorial in Punch Fit. Only one of these free workout games is bad enough that I would suggest never, under any circumstance, downloading it. and that's Boom XR. Boom XR misses both as a rhythm game and as a workout game. The scenery is bland, the idea you're punching ninjas is missing in both the scope and the title of the game, and the music selection is poor, in my opinion. You can do custom songs, but that is something that all of the other free-to-play games, with the exception of Challenge Box, have as well. There are 3 main titles available for fitness that are one-time paid, and you get access to either all or most of the content on the game itself. X Fitness, Power Beats VR, and Les Mills Body Combat. X Fitness comes in at $20 USD on Steam and Quest. Power Beats VR comes in at $20 USD on Steam and $23 USD on Quest, and Les Mills Body Combat comes in at $30 USD on Quest. On Steam, there is another title called Box VR that is single pay, but that has been abandoned by the dev team in favor of developing Fit XR, which I'll cover next week, so I'm leaving that absent from this video. X Fitness and Power Beats share a lot of commonality as lesser rhythm games, but better workout games. So let's start there. X Fitness is the kitchen sink version of VR workouts. It has a variety of interaction types, such as a sword to slice, shield to deflect bullets, and fists to block and hit with. It has some imaginative worlds that are pretty to look at, gives a massive amount of information for each workout, allows you to set up programs with your songs, and gives you multiple intensities to work through each song. It also comes with a very good tutorial to teach you what all of the types do. The songs themselves are upbeat but feel very basic as a whole, which isn't the worst thing in the world given you are just trying to groove and work out. The workout is alright, but it never felt like it did more than just playing expert songs in like Beat Saber, Synth Riders, or more popular rhythm game titles in VR. The kitchen sink approach is useful for those that want to be able to make little edits to their workout day as it goes, but it falls flat for the many users that I'm sure are looking for a VR personal trainer instead. You can get a lot of the same things here in Wonder or Punch Fit without spending $20 USD to play a lesser rhythm game that did a bunch of things, but didn't do them to the best of their ability. Power Beats, in my opinion, falls into a similar hole as X Fitness. However, I think it does things a little better. Power Beats does give you a lot of options, but they're well placed within the UI so as not to confuse you. However, the tutorial is fully written. No voice, video, or sample track to go through. They just kind of expect you to hop right into the action. And there are so many fitness VR apps out there, and I'm paying to play this. I expected at least some guidance with best practices. The workout routine is 2 to 4 minute rhythm games, but unlike X Fitness, I felt the care in building maps that made me work out my legs and body more than just popular rhythm games might do. There is no way to create a 10 to 20 minute plan for a full workout. Instead, you just keep playing until you hit a calorie or a time goal, so you can set calories as a plan itself. One really cool addition to this game's custom MP3 approach is that the game has a map editor, so you can build maps that do exactly what you want to work. If you have the engineering mindset to do it, then that is there for you. I can't forget to bring up how beautiful the skyboxes are for this game. They're so great. But then you look at the textures of the walls and balls that you're avoiding and hitting respectively, and those are rough. I really wish they had applied the same level of detail as they did to the skyboxes to the textures that you're interacting with. And finally, we get to the cream of the crop with Les Mills. Body Combat was everything that I was thinking a non-subscription VR workout should be. When you get in, you're greeted by an energized, strong tutorial that makes you feel confident with what you are going to be doing. Jabs, uppercuts, hammer throws, and squats are still the main focus of this title. It doesn't do anything crazy novel, but it just does everything so well. There are a variety of times, difficulties, and intensities that you can go through when playing, and each feels unique because you have changing music and a trainer that is talking through each one with you. This is the only one-time paid game that I ever really felt like I should go back to. The tracking is about the same as others, where you are able to set up plans depending on the day of the week goals or just general calorie goals. I never felt like I was playing a bad rhythm game. I felt like I was working out with a track, which I think is a great nod to the work done on Les Mills. One thing that I should note is Les Mills brand has stated that they are looking to eventually adopt a subscription model for future add-ons, but that the current gameplay will stay the same for paid users. They don't have a subscription service at this time. The only paid add-ons are events in the game that usually are based on like a famous musical artist or a workout celebrity. From the free tier of workout games, the only ones that I think have potential to be a great and fun benefit to a workout routine are Challenge Box, Wonder, and Punch Fit. Hitmotion definitely can be on that list, especially if you like the AR pass-through mode, but I just think that it is overshadowed by these other titles. Punch Fit is a simple, well-designed attack at timed and self-metered VR boxing, while Wonder is good for getting a little bit of that traditional rhythm game movement involved in your workout with focused plans on what you're working on. Challenge Box still needs to get additional features like a tutorial and complexity options, but the idea of having a friend to challenge either daily or weekly is a really fun addition to a workout schedule. If you have friends with VR, maybe start a weekly challenge. From the paid tier, X Fitness and Power Beats VR fall short of the quality of game that I want for $20. They generally fall short on the workout game design and on the rhythm game design. I'd be much more willing to suggest someone purchase Synth Riders, Pistol Whip, or Beat Saber over these titles. Les Mill Body Combat, despite coming in at $30 USD price point, delivered on a game that provided a solid workout, gamified it enough to make me want to come back, and provides a clean UI and environment to interact in. It is the only one that I feel is worth breaking out the cash for. Next week, I'll be looking at Fit XR, Supernatural, and Lightbox in a review of subscription-based VR titles. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate your time and viewership. If you would like to join the community, I host monthly VR tournaments and community nights in my Discord. I would love for you to stop by, say hi, and get involved. On top of that, we are always talking about new news and events in social and casual sport VR. I look forward to seeing you around.